The boy, he was actually being kept inside the church during all of this to protect him for his own safety.
That's how I never understood how they protect the suspect so much. For his own safety, send him to the dogs, bro. Send him to the dogs. Let the lads have him. Shout out to the lads. Now listen, whenever you see a title like this, my energy is never going to be over the top.
Is once again reeling from another stabbing attack, this time at a church in the city south.
The fact that she got to say once again, like, yo, this some America shit, except replace the knives with the guns, bro. You know what I mean? That's exactly what's going on in America, bro. Mass shootings, even though we haven't had one in a while. Thank God, but yeah.
Southwest, with a bishop among several people injured. Bishop Mari Emmanuel was delivering a live-streamed mass when he was attacked. Police say a 15-year-old boy who was known to them is now in custody.
Huge. 15 years old? Why do you have so much hate in you at 15 years old? We have to figure out the root of the problem. At 15 years old, nothing is going in my mind that I would want to kill someone. We got to get to the bottom of this. We got to. 15 years old? What's happening? And then, you know what's so funny? It's like, not even funny, but you know what I mean? No funny. A 15-year-old boy, you don't want to think for a second this person could possibly be a criminal. He's 15. You're thinking he's harmless. Now we got to look at kids. I ain't gonna lie. Now it's to the point where, like, I do everything outside of school hours. Like, if I know 3 o'clock it's gonna be crazy with a bunch of kids, I won't leave the house. I will not leave my house. I don't care if I have an appointment, reschedule that shit to 9 a.m. when the kids is in school. I can't stand them. Because now it's like, it's not the same. Kids aren't the same anymore. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, it was fun. Now, granted, there were some bad apples, but now I feel like it's way more bad apples. And remember, they said one bad apple spoils the bunch. Not only is the bunch getting spoiled, you bro, because they see that bad apple, that whole bunch is, social media makes that bad apple look good. As crazy as that sound, but if you follow, you follow me. So social media, back in our day, if it was one bad apple, it wasn't glorified. The problem is they see this bad apple and they want to be that bad apple because they don't think that bad apple is bad. Because social media is making that bad apple look good. It's sad.
Crowds then gathered outside the church, clashing with more than 100 police and leaving 2 officers injured. New South Wales Premier Chris Minns has convened a late-night meeting of faith leaders who unanimously condemn the violence. Sydney is a city reeling this morning. Rani Hayman is in Bondi Junction, but first, let's speak with Jessica Rendell, who's outside the Good Shepherd Church in Wakeley. Jess, what happened last night?
Well, Catherine, it's eerily quiet here now, but just hours ago, this was the scene of chaotic unrest. Crowds broke out into fights after a bishop was stabbed in the church just behind me here, and this was all captured on live stream. A 15-year-old boy approaches the bishop and allegedly stabs him multiple times before other churchgoers managed to step in and apprehend the boy and stop him. Now, in that process, 3 other people were injured. They were treated for lacerations at the scene, but their injuries are being described as non-life-threatening. As for the bishop, though, we understand he is in a critical but stable condition in hospital as we speak. Now, following these stabbings, angry crowds burst into fights outside the church here. The scenes were just so intense. We saw people jumping up and down on police cars. There were more than 100 officers here at the scene with 30 police vehicles, some still here at the scene now guarding the church. We also saw people throwing objects at...
Yo, guys, what do you think was the motive behind that? Like, he's 15. Like, what do you think he got paid? Like, what do you think somebody paid him to do that? Like, he was a crash out moment. He was depressed. Like, what in the world would make you want to stab a pastor? I mean, a bishop. Well, isn't that the same thing? Isn't a bishop and a pastor the same thing? Is that not the same thing? Please let me know. I don't know. I haven't been to church in years. Yo, but this new baddie I told you about the baddie, right, with the Australian passport. Let me shine some light to, just our day. Yeah, baddie. Damn, what was I saying? I got lost in my thought. Yo, you ever been
each other.
That's what I was saying. Shorty, she go to church every Sunday. Like, yo, I thought she was smashing on me. Whole time she was at church praying for me. Like, not just me, but just at church. And she said she prayed for me and all that. And I believe her. I believe it is power in prayer. Cause yo, before she told me she prayed for me, I woke up shitty. Even though I know me. I was happy because I was alive, of course, but my mood was just shitty. So out of nowhere, my energy just. Now usually I have a great deal of energy. Like, yo, I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep right now. So like I have a great deal of energy. I think it's God. I don't know. But I have a great deal of energy. So that's why I talk so much. Because I have a great deal of energy. The point I'm trying to make is my energy came out of nowhere. So then she texts me. I'm like, yo, she's like, I was at church. I'm like, you at church? I'm like, you better have prayed for me. She's like, I did actually. And when she said that, I believed it because my mood, like, yo, it's power in prayer, yo. It's y'all gotta pray. You gotta pray. I'm telling you, you gotta, because it's power in the tongue. That's what it is. You speak it. You're praying for me to heal, to feel better. My mood was better. Man, I ain't gonna keep preaching to y'all. I ain't gonna keep doing it, man. Not for free. Y'all gotta get at that membership.
Officers were badly injured. One had a brick thrown at their face and another also suffered facial injuries and injuries to their leg. Now, they were both taken to hospital to be treated for those injuries. As for the boy, he was actually being kept inside the church during all of this to protect him for his own safety. And after police managed to quell the situation and calm down people.
That's how I never understood how they protect the suspect so much. For his own safety, send him to the dogs, bro. Send him to the dogs. Let the lads have him. Let the lads have his ass. You know what I mean? He 15. Let the 15-year-old lads have his ass.
People out here. They brought the boy out, they arrested him and they took him away. Police say he was known to them, but they didn't say in what capacity. Take a listen.
Police identified the two church parishioners had been stabbed by a 15-year-old male. It was identified that a large crowd had gathered outside. A decision was made to retain the young person in the church for his safety. A public order incident developed, requiring police from all regions across Sydney, upwards of 100 police.
Jess, what has the response been to this horrific event?
Well, Catherine, last night Premier Chris Minns called an emergency meeting with faith leaders across Western Sydney that included bishops. It included representatives from the Muslim and Islam community too, and they called for peace. They condemned this attack, and they also asked for people to treat each other with kindness and respect. The Imams Council of Australia also released a statement condemning.
That's the number one thing. Respect. Let me tell y'all a quick story. I'm on an airplane. Some dude, he looked like he was a little off. He had to be, because everybody have common sense and have respect. When you're boarding on a plane, if you know you got a big suitcase and you're trying to turn around to put your bag down, because if somebody on the aisle, your bag gonna hit them. He hit me with the bag once. I have a 3-patient tick rule. I don't know, but I have 3 times because I feel like my emotions are controlled. If you tap me once, whatever. I'm not going to trip off that. That's nothing. It didn't kill me. I'm not like some of you lunatics probably lose your mind. Yo, whoa, watch your bag. No. He tapped me twice. Okay. The 3rd time, I said, yo, boy. Yo, boy. Yo, boy. He looked at me. He said, you good? I said, your bag. Your bag. Mind you, this dude looked like he in the military. Looked like that, which is more of a reason why I kind of thought he was off, because a lot of them be having like certain issues, mental issue. This is facts. You can look it up. A lot of people in the military, they be all fucked up in their head, like, because that shit is, you're going to war, bro. Like, no way you telling me you came back from the military normal. You're lying. So at least like the ones who's like on the front line, you feel me? So he looked like he was off, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to push too hard, because like I told you, I can't reason with off. If I'm on and you off, we don't already, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, he like, you good? I'm like, your bag. He ignored me. So now I'm pissed, but I'm on an airplane. I ain't trying to be on a do not fly list. You got to know when to pull your cards. I'm about to snitch. I'm about to call the flight attendant. I'm snitching. I don't care. I'm snitching because you're going to keep hitting me with this bag. And then I'm going to crash out if I go on your level. I'm about to snitch. I press the button. I snap. The lady was, I didn't even realize because his bag was so big. I go like that. The flight attendant is directly behind him. So I look, my common sense. I read the airplane. Clearly, he don't know what he's doing, because a normal person would know after the third time they're hitting somebody. Once I tell you your bag, it's still not clicking. You're still doing it. I'm reading the room. The flight attendant is directly behind him. She's probably assisting him because he has a mental problem. He has a disability. It all made sense. So she looked at me. I said, never mind. And all I did was I went to this side and I waited for him to finish. And I'm be honest with you, I was uncomfortable for about 2 minutes, because I think maybe he was purposely fucking with me. But that's the devil's job, to make you seem like he doesn't exist. So I don't know. But like I told you, he did seem a little off. So whatever. So I'm uncomfortable for 2 minutes. Most people would have flipped the fuck out. What the hell is wrong with being uncomfortable for 2 minutes? What's wrong with being uncomfortable for 2 minutes? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being kind? Not even to him, but to everybody on the airplane. I make a big scene because this bag isn't killing me. Granted, did I have to move to be uncomfortable for about 2 minutes? Yes. But so what? That's life. Be kind. Something's wrong with him. He's off. Why cause a big scene? Why make a big deal? Be kind to others. I say that to say, learn when to let shit go. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. You got to learn when to let the shit go. You have to. Everything cannot make you tick. I told you I have a 3-tick policy. He hit me bad one time, let it go. Let it go. Come on. Do you think when you really think about what Jesus had to endure, you think he just crashed out the first time? No. He sat there and bro, you gotta sit there. You gotta let folks just be still. Learn when to be still. He don't know no better. Let me just come on this side and be still for the next 2 minutes. It's gonna stop. That's all. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't hear me. I told you I ain't gonna keep preaching, lads. I ain't gonna keep giving y'all this free game.
This attack, and no doubt we will see more of these.
I'm lying. I'm gonna give y'all this free game. You know what I mean? That's why God told me you gotta give the game back.
Sorts of statements come out in the following days.
Oh, that was a good video. I told y'all ears off though, but that's what y'all love me for.